Remember you, so can't walk.
Okay, this is Following the Nerd. You can get us on Facebook at facebook.com/Following the Nerd. You can tweet us at Nerd Following. We're going to come back with some of the latest nerdy news.
I'm Colin Baker and I am following the nerd, so you should follow it too.
Hello, I'm Sylvester McCoy and I'm following the nerd.
This is Paul McGann, Doctor Who number 8, and I'm following the nerd.
Hello, this is John Leeson.
But he doesn't sound like that.
The voice of K9, and I am following the nerd.
This is the nerd you're looking for.
For some reason it came up green.
You just wrap that round.
I know that's the idea, so it doesn't ping back.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
You're trying to undo that.
Hang on, let me just unbutton this. Hang on, let me rebutton it. There we go. Job's a good one, carry on.
In your own time.
You didn't give me the cue, man. Didn't give me the cue.
You had to been listening.
Listening to what?
Okay. Pull the mic over a bit closer.
What, to me?
Well, it's very far from everybody. It's just
Right,
hanging there.
There we go. Right, can you hear us?
Okay.
It's supposed to be a better idea if I stuck my earphones on, wouldn't it?
Groovy.
Okay.
Okay.
There's a word.
Breaking news, apparently. Just checking on the page here. Michael B. Jordan.
Yes.
Who's in the running for, well, if rumours
Johnny
are to believe,
Storm?
for Johnny Storm. Yeah. Let's just, because Gavin, you're a comic book fan, right? Let's talk about the elephant in the room. A black man cast as Johnny Storm. Is this an issue?
Well, yeah, if you were true to the continuity of the comics, you could say so. But didn't they do the same with Nick Fury and S.H.I.E.L.D.? Being the head of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Mm-hmm.
So he was originally white in the comics.
Yeah, but then in the comics they changed him to actually look like Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, but that happened before Avengers.
Yeah, it happened ages before Avengers.
Yeah. But because obviously then once they do this, they're going to have Sue Storm's going to have to be played by a black actress as well. Have we moved? Does it matter? It doesn't really matter, does it?
No, well, technically no, it doesn't matter. But I mean,
Can we expect the fanboys to be like, no matter how good an actor is, he's white in the comics. Why is he not white? Is this going to be, can we expect this?
Yeah, well, I don't know. It could be that PC's been stretched for PC's sake, but I think that if you're really PC, you don't really care. You know what I mean? So.
Well, I mean, I forgot what I was going to say there now. That's the second brain melt I've had in this show tonight. No, I genuinely think it's a case of whoever gives the best interpretation of the character in the comic, that is who you should use in your movie.
Okay.
Whoever sets the right tone, whoever sets the right feel. It's not a case of looking like the character, because you're never going to get that. Because, I mean, even in the comic books, the design of the character changes depending on what artist draws them. So, I mean, it's just about taking the interpretation of the character from the pages of the comic and bringing them to the big screen.
Okay. Right, where I was actually going with this before I went off on that tangent myself is that, I mean, he's been attached to the Rocky spin-off, the Creed movie that's apparently going to get made. He's been attached to the Independence Day sequel, to Fantastic Four, obviously, and he has now confirmed that, yes, he has auditioned for Star Wars Episode 7.
Hasn't everybody under the sun?
I know, yeah, except us four, apparently.
Well, that you know. That you're aware of.
I've just come from my audition, actually. So.
No!
Yeah, I was one of the first ones. George Lucas took one look. Well, no, J.J. Abrams took one look at me and said no.
He has confirmed, though, that his character doesn't have a lightsaber. Or that his character that he is cast for, or has auditioned for, doesn't have a lightsaber.
It's going to be Lando Calrissian's son or something, isn't it?
Mm. But why not just cast Billy D. Williams' son, who looks like Billy D. Williams? But it's all speculation at this stage. But is this something now, we were going to talk, said earlier on, we're going to talk about this as well, that there is, there's a lot of news right now that we are very, very close to announcements, about casting announcements for Star Wars Episode 7. Now, the rumour going around is that Harrison Ford doesn't want casting announcements. Now, if he doesn't want a casting announcement, surely that means he's been cast, but that he doesn't want any announcements made until after he's done doing the press circus for Ender's Game. Does this make sense? Does anybody think that this makes sense?
No.
Because apparently what he's afraid of is he's going to be going to talk about Ender's Game, and everybody's going to be going, "Oh man, you're coming back as Han Solo," and everybody's going to forget about Ender's Game.
Yeah, but the only difference there is he goes for their press junket for Ender's Game, right? Everybody puts their hand up. Oh, Mr. Ford, Mr. Ford, Mr. Ford, you're going to be in episode 7, aren't you? Oh my God, this is great. You're back for 7, 8, 9, aren't you? This is fantastic. Or it's going to be, Mr. Ford, will you be back for episode 7?
Yeah.
Have you been cast?
I suppose there is a certain amount of that as well.
It is literally just a slight variation on a question, whether he's announced or not.
Okay, well, apparently, according to Jedi News, they have a reliable source going by the name of Jedi Master SLQ. All right.
He's a good friend of my dad.
And he is saying that we will be getting major casting announcements on October 23rd, which is only a couple of weeks away.
Okay, random date, but whatever.
As I said, it seems that Harrison Ford has requested announcements be held back until after he's done with his World Press Jungle for Ender's Game, so he won't be faced with Star Wars questions. Right. A non-live teaser trailer, similar to the one we got for Rebels, will appear on April 4th, 2014.
For episode 7?
Yes.
Hang on, non-live?
Yeah, I think what it means is you're going to get the title scene, or it's not going to be scenes from the movie.
Do you mean it's literally just going to be like floaty text in
Well,
space?
Like the Ultron,
Yeah.
Avengers 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it?
Like the Avengers 2 teaser. It's not going to be...
Yeah, it's going to be just like some rough CGI or
Or
something.
maybe like Vader's mask or something.
Yeah, like a shattered version of Vader's mask that slowly turns into Ultron. Oh, crossover.
Now, what leads people to think that this might be true is that also happens to be the date that Captain America the Winter Soldier comes out. So there is talk
When's this now?
that this is April 14th next year.
All right.
So there is some talk that this may be attached to the Winter Soldier, because of course they both come from Disney.
Yeah.
Okay, so what else? Yes. Now, this is concerned as well. Apparently, it's all... The big rumour at the minute is that November 11th, 2015 is going to be the date that we will finally get Star Wars Episode 7. Do we want Star Wars at Christmas?
No, we want it on May 19th.
Yeah, I mean, this is wrong, right? Is this because of production being put forward so quickly, though?
Possibly.
I don't want possibly. I want answers, damn it. Come on.
Okay, you forced it out of me. Yes, it is. Exactly.
It has to
You're
be,
right.
doesn't it? It has to be. Gavin, Gareth, Star Wars, it has to be May 19th, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's not your Christmas movie.
Unless this is like some sort of ultimate way to separate J.J. Abrams' version of the universe from what's going before, but I think it has to be May. It's just a done thing.
Well, no, as far as I'm concerned, like, A New Hope was the original summer tentpole. Was it not? And I mean, you need to keep that tradition going. I mean, even with the prequel trilogy, we had releases around mid-May.
Yeah.
So, I mean, for 7, 8, 9, it has to be May. Come on.
See, maybe they're thinking of the whole Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter sort of Christmas release thing.
Yeah, because
But
they're
that's-
doing a Star Wars movie every year now, up until 2019, is it?
Yeah, so that's maybe what they're thinking, because Sherlock Holmes is going to be doing that every Christmas, isn't it, from next year as well? They're going to try and release one of those every Christmas, and so maybe that's what they're, maybe they're trying to shift, so you have two big summer, you have two big seasons for movies.
Yeah, because when does the whole Hobbit debacle end? Because there's one this year and then there's one next year, and that's sort of it, isn't it? So
Yeah.
2014. So yeah, from 2015 onward,
Yeah,
the Christmas
is
market
open.
is wide open. Yeah.
Although we do know that there is another Harry Potter movie coming as well, the Unusual Creatures or something.
Yeah. Okay, everybody, 3, 2, 1. Yay!
Yes, a Harry Potter movie without Harry Potter. Okay.
Super.
Speaking of Lord of the Rings, the new TV spots for the Desolation of Smog or Schmog, has anybody
Haven't
watched
seen
this?
him. Haven't seen him.
Boys, Lord of the Ring fans, are you Lord of the Ring fans?
Yeah, I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan.
Really? That's so
Well,
disappointing.
no, one of the first books I read was The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, so I definitely have fond reading memories of it. And Lord of the Rings was fantastic. It was unreal.
Have we problems with Mike here? Yes.
Yeah, no, it's there's no way I'm going to say this without you making a joke at it, but it keeps flopping down.
Bit of a droop issue, right?
Yeah.
Can we
Hang
not
on. Like,
tighten-
see, look,
tighten it?
it's fine there. It's fine there. Just
Huddle up, lads. Huddle up. So right, okay. Did we watch the TV spots for the Desolation of Smog or
No.
Schmog or however you pronounce it?
Yeah, I seen one with a big dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That sounds like Benedict Cumberbatch.
So hang
Pretty
on.
much
Benedict
identical.
Cumberbatch voices
Yes.
a dragon.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just everywhere right now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Darn
Like,
dragon.
I'm just imagining Martin Freeman looking up this dragon, just going, "My name is Khan."
Well, Maybe
My
not.
name is
Maybe you can
Smaug.
analyse him in every detail, exactly where he's come from, what his history was.
Are you excited for this?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's going to be a better job than the first Hobbit that came out.
Well, it would have to be, wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
no, it's going to be better.
Can I just say, The Hobbit, now I'm not a Lord of the Rings fan by any means. Anybody that knows me knows that I do love bashing Lord of the Rings. But here's the thing, right? Easy now.
Careful now.
As much as I'm not a Lord of the Rings fan, when I watched the first trilogy, the actual Lord of the Rings trilogy, at the end of each one, I thought, you know what, I kind of want to know what happens next. At the end of the first Hobbit movie, I was just emotionally wrecked. I just didn't care. I was like, you know what, that was 3 hours.
Well, in fairness, the original Hobbit book does not warrant 3 movies. You know what I mean? So, like, they are pretty much dragging the
Oh, aye.
proverbials
Rum,
out of it.
bum,
Careful now.
Yeah, so my understanding of the book is that Smaug pops up at the end. So if you're seeing Bill or Frodo, is he Frodo?
No, he's
Bilbo,
yeah.
with the dragon in this. What are they going to do in the last 7.5 hours?
Maybe he just goes for a little spin on his dragon or something. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Could be.
Singing songs.
Definitely. A couple of dwarfs up on his back.
Do you know what I'm getting? Do you know the never-ending story?
Yeah.
I'm just getting that.
I'm actually seeing Family Guy, you know, where he just it crashes straight in
Yeah.
the ground.
Yeah!
Right, okay. Brad Pitt has confirmed that he is working on a sequel to World War Z. I still haven't seen this. Has anybody seen this? Did you
Yeah.
see? No? Anybody?
Yeah, it's pretty much if Roland Emmerich made 28 Days Later.
Right. That's not a good thing?
No.
Okay.
No.
Do you not? So a sequel then is meh?
I don't really care.
Right. Actually, I want to
What
see
comes
it.
after Z? World War?
World War Infinity
Beta
Sign.
Z?
Yeah. Z squared. I don't know. World War Z 2.
Well, yeah, World War Z2, the sequel.
Yeah. So that's coming, but apparently Mark
World
Forster...
War Z after Alphabet.
Mark Forster's unlikely to be involved. Who directed
Okay.
the first movie. No, not getting a very
I
positive
don't
response.
really like Mark Forster.
Well, he doesn't like you. Doesn't like you either. So
Good.
meh.
Good.
Right.
Bring it on.
Paul Giamatti has said that he will be back for Amazing Spider-Man 3, which is amazing because we haven't seen Amazing
Yeah,
Spider-Man 2.
that's super. Yeah. Hooray.
I make no apology for saying I've been quite vocal about this before. Amazing Spider-Man was arguably my favourite superhero movie of last year, even on top of Avengers.
That's fair.
I loved it. I thought everything about it was brilliant. Gavin?
Yeah, absolutely brilliant show. But look, you're probably asking the wrong.
I'm so knowledgeable. Yeah, brilliant show.
Yeah.
If you want to ask somebody about their real opinion about a comic book movie, I'm not the right guy. I'm
Why?
I'm very forgiving. Very forgiving. I
Okay.
forgive a lot. Pretty much the only superhero film that I didn't like was Green Lantern.
And Batman and Robin, surely.
Well, that's a long time ago, so they've already been lost to the copious amounts of alcohol that I take.
Strangely, because of Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes, before that movie, I was so quiet.
That's why I drink.
But yes, so Paul Giamatti has, because we know that he pops up as Rhino in the second movie.
But does he wear the suit? Does he actually wear the Rhino suit?
Well, there has been shots taken of him in like a with the
ping pong balls.
CGI,
Yeah.
dressed like a all bulky,
Like a
and
ninja.
Stuff. So, yeah,
with-
so he must like a ninja.
Like a ninja, right? Who's
Got
been
by
covered
tennis
in
balls.
who's been covered in super glue and fell into a
Rolled
tennis
through
ball
into the-
factory. Yeah.
Right. Anyway,
Moving on.
So I think he is going to put the suit on.
Okay, super.
But,
But
is he
look,
going? It's probably going to be a setup because Electro's the main villain this time, right?
Well, no, because Rhino was always kind of like a minion in like the TV series and in the comics, wasn't he? He was never really a
Ask that man.
proper
Put that man
bad
on the spot.
guy.
I don't know.
Yeah. Rhino. Yeah, well, he was sort of reinvented a wee while back that he became like really serious player. But yeah,
But
he was always a bit of a minion.
It was a
bit of
henchman.
joke and a bit,
Yeah.
He was never a A-list sort of baddie.
Because for me, like, he was always like, he was kind of like the Kingpin's courier in a sense,
Right. Okay.
Right.
Sorry. Anyway, moving across now to the DC.
Yeah.
sort of-
Meanwhile, back in reality,
Yeah. How do you? I can't pronounce this chap's name. The CEO of Warner Brothers, right? Is a guy called Kevin Suhara, Tsujihara.
that sounds like somebody
Let's
cheating
go,
at
let's go,
Scrabble.
Suhara. He said that they have missed an opportunity so far with not having a successful incarnation of Wonder Woman either on the big screen or on TV.
Yes, they have missed out on that.
Yeah, really.
Because especially Joss Whedon
was
was going to bring them to TV, was he not?
Yeah. He was, and they got turned down. He was told no, and then he went and made Avengers, which is probably the biggest in history.
Yeah, the biggest letter F and the biggest letter U simultaneously there.
But would